It is the first clash between two managers who, beneath very sophisticated surfaces, have the instincts of street fighters. Arsene's Arsenal against Chelsea, who look as though they know the way under Jose. 193 countries watching. It's more than just a capital clash. All eyes are on Highbury. Great expectations here. It's live right after the break. The waiting is over. Graham Poll sets us underway at Highbury. And I'm sure even for the players themselves, well aware of the sense of occasion, well aware of the sense of comparison. No time for nerves.
No, absolutely not.
Sol Campbell. Arsenal started the defence of their title so supremely that the bookies almost stopped taking bets in September. But Chelsea now have the favourite short price, and we're still not yet halfway into the season. Manchester United have won their last 4 in the league. Everton's durability is taking everyone by surprise, maybe even themselves, but they certainly deserve a special mention to be between these two clubs at kick-off today.
It's going to be a key side, and we talk about it all the time, but Arsenal, but particularly today, the way that they play Chelsea with the narrow three in midfield. Cole's going to push forward and Henry drifts alongside Reyes, and they can get the ball there, Arsenal, and Ferrara might well get tested in that area today.
Fabregas up to the head of Henry. Reyes, Thierry Henry, first chance, first goal! Inside 75 seconds. The hitman is Henry. Take that, Chelsea.
Well, the rocket from the left side. Ferrara gets sucked in, and there's no one back on that side to get anywhere near Reyes, but take your hat off to that finish. You'd normally expect a defender to get close, but such is the quality of the first touch to set it, and then this second touch to finish it. That's absolutely stunning from Henry. What a start for the champions.
Big games should bring the best out of the big names. There are plenty of those on show, but one of the biggest has given this game a sensational opening. And here come Chelsea. Campbell has to head away. Arsenal 1, Chelsea 0. Perez is pretty much the senior midfield man for Arsenal, starting on the right. In fact, he's the only one of the quartet who's played in the Premiership against Chelsea before. Reyes, of course, has done well in other competitions, scored 3 goals against Chelsea in Europe and in the FA Cup.
Well, I just think keep your eye on that side of the pitch. If you were Arsenal and you're Arsene Wenger, it would be get it in that side of the pitch, get it in that area, test Stubbs' ability and Thiago's from the narrow position to get out there and influence the play defensively.
The first blow struck by Arsene's army. Gallas. Just a little aside for you, Andy. Arsenal now need 1 more goal to reach 800 in the Premiership, and by an extraordinary coincidence, they reached 200, 300 and 700 in home matches against Chelsea. If they get the second and 800, that could be enough in a big game like this.
Well, often when you come to games like this, you get disappointed. You and I have, been as disappointed as much as we've enjoyed games like this at times. But the ones we have enjoyed have always had a common theme.
An early goal.
Correct.
And here's the scorer of it. The bit between his teeth. Well, there's news come out that he's soon to have an extra mouth to feed in the Henry family. Father-to-be, Thierry Henry. Whatever the motivation, and there's plenty of reasons for it, football as well as family, Henry hammered Arsenal into the lead. Campbell. Unusual talk about the novelty for some of the Arsenal players playing against Chelsea in the Premiership. We look at some of the Chelsea players, and of course they haven't faced Arsenal before. Carvalho and Pereira, Petr Cech in goal. Thiago.
Robin.
He's played here for PSV. He's offside. There's a little taster.
A little warning. That's playing on the shoulder. Lovely ball through. But how close is it? Oh, there's not a lot in it. But it's a good line from Arsenal at the back. And it had to be. It had to be.
Sol Campbell, who started in league football as a substitute striker for Spurs against Chelsea. He scored in that game. Now he is an international defender. Perez, whistle a goal.
Yeah, Bergkamp just jumped at Terry, really. Just goes up early, has a little look, you see that? Up he goes, no attempt to play the ball, really. I think Graham Paul gets that right. A little warm-up one for Czech, because he didn't quite get that close to Henry's moments ago.
So Chelsea now obviously weakening defensively. 7 goals conceded in the Premiership this season.
Crisis?
I think not. He might know the facts that say that when Arsenal take the lead, they don't lose. They haven't lost for a long time. It's the last 53 occasions when they've scored first, they're unbeaten. But it's not about being unbeaten for Arsenal today. You feel it perhaps wouldn't be the worst result to draw the game, but to cut it back to 2 points to deficit. That's what they're out to do. Henry leading the mission. That pace here, Kolo Touré. Arsenal's throw. Lampard wanted the free kick, didn't get it. Frank Lampard was still a little pumped up about that earlier decision. Graham Paul will want to give the players a chance here, I'm sure. But if they make it difficult for him, he can make it difficult for them.
Yeah, he just catches him with his trailing leg. In all honesty, that's what happens there. Catches Lawrence standing foot. I think he'll get one more. Frank Lampard, that is. Another one, anything like that, and he will find himself in Graham Paul's book.
Taken by Bergkamp. What a ball. Sol Campbell leaning the head in.
Tell you what's disappointing, no one behind Campbell. It's there for someone, if you get the spread right across the face of the goal. He's 6 yards out, meeting it. I think he got blocked off on me, though. He was asking the question. Carvalho, I think, just blocked his run-off.
Thiago. Lampard has to beat Graham Paul to ensure that Chelsea kept possession there. Carvalho. Now Gallas, cold enough for the gloves. Robin. Seen too much of Damien Duff yet, starting on the Chelsea right. Lampard trying to hustle the ball back for Chelsea in the Arsenal half. Makalele. Pereira. Reyes really committed himself. Pereira firing it across. And Almunia.
That was easy, bread and butter normally. But he knows what's been written about him all week and what's been spoken about.
I just wonder why Arsene Wenger didn't come out on Friday and just say, well, he's going to play. He's the man in possession. Yeah. That's what fueled the speculation that Jens Lehmann would be back.
Well, even after Wednesday night, just coming out and saying it.
Lehmann, of course, he must be really disappointed because he seems to be winning his battle with Oliver Kahn to be Germany's #1 goalkeeper, just at the time where he's suddenly not the #1 of his club. Terry. Petr Cech, on the other hand, has really radiated stability in the Chelsea goal in his short time in the English game. Terry, right sort of leader to get Chelsea back on track. Duff coming in from the right, leaving space that Ferreira can move into. Carvalho. Gallas. If you just joined us, you missed a flying Arsenal start. A Thierry Henry goal, and a special one too.
Well, they'll take that kind of ball all day, Arsenal. 50, 60 yards straight down the middle. Campbell and Torre expected to gobble that up.
Makalele, screening roll, Gallas.
Working hard, Arsenal. They lose the ball here in these areas. Midfield quartet trying to force Chelsea to play across the pitch like that.
Make that a quintet, Andy, because Bergkamp has joined the line as well. It might be important too when Chelsea have the ball. Arsenal will want to give as much help to Flamini and to Fabregas. And the leadership quality of the stand-in skipper today. Terry got back, made sure it didn't drop behind him where Henry was lurking. Should mention in passing two of England's complement of 4 in the last 16 of the Champions League. Can't draw each other again yet. Robin. Lampard, of course, scored here in the turnaround. They were 1-0 down. Arsenal fans will remember that. Arsenal led through Reyes in the Champions League quarter-final second leg. Ranieri's Chelsea came strong.
Just that little episode there, that's when I think Bridge is a better player than Gallas. In situations like that, he's a forward-thinking fullback. I think Gallas might have been picked for his defensive qualities because against either Perez or Reyes are going to be tested. But I do think that going the other way, and now Chelsea have to think seriously about going the other way. 1-0 down early on, Bridge offers much, much more to me.
It's over 9 years since Chelsea beat Arsenal in the league, away or at home. Mark Hughes got the winning goal, September 1995. Adegood Johnson. Judged offside here.
Yeah, he's just backing away from play. I think this is a close call. So many times those are defenders shove your arm up and appeal. You do get the close ones given your way.
Well, big games or those a bit more routine. Henry still top of the Premiership scoring charts. Here's another.
Oh, he's not moved, the goalkeeper, has he? Not moved.
He knows what this is all about. He's not been at Highbury very long. But here's Bergkamp. Flamini. Pires. It's an older clubmate of Gallas's at Marseille. Henry trying to sweep it across. Bergkamp was in there. Reyes was in there. But the ball didn't come in.
Super run. He made the ball his own just because of the pace. He's looking for someone. Just look at the pace across Carvalho. This takes him to the ball quite comfortably. Just rushed it a little. Could have just dropped it off.
So it's his 14th league goal of the season. It's his 169th goal for Arsenal. 16 now behind Ian Wright.
It's staggering that there are still question marks at times that are levelled against the boy. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even this season, he's had 14 goals out his own.
and make that 18 in all competitions this season. And Chelsea have cleared their heads. They know that they've got plenty of scoring capacity. They've scored 23 times in their last 7 games. Sort of pace that Arsenal started at. Maybe the most significant thing on Jose Mourinho's CV is a degree in psychology. He's clever in the managerial mind games. He might just become the best we've ever seen, and we've seen a few in that respect, this level of competition. Gallas.
You see the two wide men have changed positions. You can expect them to do that as often as they like, or as often as the manager allows them.
Perez, looking out Flamini, Fabregas, a little overconfident maybe there. Lampard. John Terry. No cross from Duff, a touch from Johnson, a shot from Lampard, and Almunia turns it aside acrobatically.
Best move of the match. It's a good save, confidence building, but if this is anywhere but right down his throat, we might just be 1-1. Lovely set and strike, but it's right above the goalkeeper. He doesn't have to move too far for this. He'd expect to save that, but it won't do his confidence any harm.
Evans corner, and the equalizer from John Terry. It's a splendid response from Chelsea.
And not another goal from a corner against Arsenal. How many times are Arsene Wenger's side going to concede crucial goals from a ball played in and a header straight off it? John Terry doesn't do a lot. He moves to the near post. It's not a blistering run. It's 2 or 3 steps. Campbell's nowhere near him. We have a level playing field. Staggering. Many times you and I see that happen against this quality side.
But Terry must have been marked down as a major danger. After all, it's his 3rd league goal of this season. It's his 6th goal in all competitions this season. Got 2, of course, at Charlton recently. And back come Arsenal, and they could have been in front, would have been in front, if Henry had touched the cross from Cole. Kept in by Perez.
Oh, danger here.
Robin. 3 keeping pace with him. Duff. Idager Johnson. Went to goal himself. Lampard was looking to be set up.
Foot up there. But why doesn't Good Johnson hit that right-footed? You know, it's his strong side. That's two goals you could at either end. Henry the other end, and then this wonderful break. And this is where they are so dangerous. But now when he takes a hit, it was there. I just wonder why he refused to strike when he didn't need to control it. But how close was Henry at the other end?
Robin. Thiago. Now Duff. No one is feeling shortchanged. But you've seen the strength in terms of Henry and the weakness in terms of the goals from set pieces of Arsenal. We've talked about Arsenal markings only at times, but surely somebody's got to say, John Terry's my man.
Yeah, he's the danger. Matt, look around that team. You look at the blue shirts there. Who would you say, and a teammate just before the game, where would the threat be? Number 1, him.
And he's Good Johnson. And you'd be saying, wouldn't you, Sol Campbell, your job. John Terry doesn't.
He's lost Sol, but he's lost him too easily, because I don't think he worked that hard to lose him. It was just a little diagonal run, maybe 4 or 5 yards. But he didn't drop the shoulder and make 2 or 3 movements to lose Sol.
Great contact from Terry, it flashed in.
Great header, great header.
He's not yet played 200 games for Chelsea. He's now scored 21 goals as a centre-back.
He's got a bit to go to beat Derek Mansfield at Everton. 15 in one season in the league. Not bad.
Steve Bruce will be listening, I'm sure, happily after his good day today. So what about me? Here's Good Johnson! Parried by Almunia, who is known here as a very good shot stopper. He's made that impression on the Arsenal coaching staff in his short time at Highbury.
Well, it looks offside there, but the flag didn't go up this time. But when you see him take that one as early as he has, straight down the keeper again, but why didn't he hit the other one?
Now, how Arsenal going to cope with this call? Almunia comes with a fist.
I tell you what, you've got to watch Sol Campbell and John Terry there, because Terry was trying to get round, and Campbell this time did what a lot of European players do. He just faced him, was trying to block him off, tug away at his shot. And if Graham Paul gets a look at that, I just don't know. I wonder if we'll see it. Have a look at it. But look at Campbell, he's facing Terry. He's grabbing a hold of his shirt, grabbing a hold of his shoulder. You've got to be very, very careful. John Terry politely asks the question.
1-1, England's Terry. France's Thierry. Campbell. Flamini. Perez. One or two options on the infield. And Gallas. Oh, he's out tackled by Perez. Won't please him. William Gallas will know all about the qualities that Perez has in abundance, but strength in the tackle wouldn't be high on that list.
Well, that's the first I've seen many balls clear this ground. Quite a high stand during our end, but John Terry put it on the roof. Well, I think that's pretty impressive. That's the thing about Vieira not being on the side. You talk about possession and breaking up possession that the opponents have. I think Patrick Vieira might have broken up a bit better.
It's also one tall player that they're missing, defending in their own penalty area. Lauren Perez. That's the better Makalele. Flamini. Bergkamp.
Some lovely football being played. Sharp, crisp, precise. You just feel that defenders really have got it all on. The attacking players on each side really look sharp and up for it.
And there's still 3/4 of the game to go. Now it's John Terry's turn to try and cope with Sol Campbell's attempt to score. That will be his first goal for 16 months. And to set it up maybe for Toure, trying to block off Makalele. Has been left out, as Jose Mourinho likes to do, lead players upfield. Bergkamp. And this time the challenge by Thiago. Quick free kick from Bergkamp. Perez. Carvalho winding up for a clearance that was much needed. Off Bergkamp's head, then Flamini's, and now Toure's. Oh, struck down to Duff. Flamini. Gallas. Robin. Just gone out.
Well, we talked about the marking, or lack of it. But what about the header? Great header, trust me, an absolutely brilliant header. It's close to the goalkeeper, but such is the power. It's past him. Not overly impressed. Not one for showing too much emotion during games.
Nothing you didn't expect. Robin. Thiago! Just Campbell might have put him off as he lunged out with a bit of a hint of desperation, and this is a Really excellent work by Chelsea again.
It's lovely work. And again, it's a central midfield player who's coming onto things, and it's got to be a defender who's gone and met him. It's not a very good finish at the end because he had a little bit more time than we realised there. You really can't take your eyes off it at the moment.
For Johnson. If there was one surprise in the Chelsea selection, we talked about Almunia over Lehmann for Arsenal. With good Johnson got the nod over Didier Drogba, who made a great deal of difference when he came on against Newcastle, but by all accounts didn't play quite so well in the Champions League on Tuesday.
Yeah, funny enough, when I came today and wrote my team down before knowing Chelsea, I had Drogba in it, teach how much you know. But, you know, you look, would Campbell and Tory just have enjoyed Drogba standing up with him and contesting a physical battle? Probably. More than good Johnson, who will drop off, turn, spin, got quick feet.
And will involve the wide players, Duff and Robin. Was that message coming out of the Arsenal losing dressing room at Anfield? That we've got maybe too many footballers and not enough fighters. Couldn't say that about Chelsea, could you? They seem to have the blend, they've got their players with the sort of talent that only top money can buy, but they've also got good aggression, the right kind of commitment, and they've shown good character here. It would have damaged lesser teams to concede so early in such a big game.
Yes, they have. But what you can have with a footballer is good quality and aggression. There is a combination to be had there.
But you usually have to pay a lot for it.
But there's no reason not to be an aggressive person when you go out on a football pitch.
Carvalho. And John Terry only have all those attributes, and it's only the cost through the education at this club. Lampard, good Johnson. Now Gallas getting forward, bridge-like, but he's offside.
Could have kept that going the other way, you know. Look at this, they're overloading the right-hand side, and again, there's not a lot in it, but they get the benefit.
You certainly have to be forward to get caught offside.
Yeah.
Nothing cautious about Chelsea's approach here.
I'm not surprised at that, though. You wouldn't expect Chelsea to be holding too high a line up the pitch when you've got people like Perez, Reyes and Henry that can run in behind you, give it half a chance.
Reyes with a header. Needs to get going again goal-wise to start the 5-goal extravaganza against Rosenborg. Didn't provide the most testing opposition for Arsenal. And what was an important game in terms of the qualifications for the Gunners. Pires. Now needing quick feet. Bergkamp. Just reached fairly enough by Ferreira. Oh, we felt that. Pires. Trying to get at Chelsea himself. Individual ambition.
He was always looking for that, wasn't he? I think as soon as the two Chelsea players came side by side, Makelele and Lampard, not a bad area to pick up a free kick.
Oh, he's just been picking himself up ruefully after Ferreira came in and got the ball, but got a piece of the Arsenal striker as well. Quick one from Henry. Full quick for Chelsea. They go to Graham Paul, who's doing nothing to stop the Arsenal celebrations. Arsenal lead again.
Well, I thought they put Good Johnson in front of it to stop this happening. I also thought that when a referee allows it, he has to step away from the ball 2 or 3 yards. Does Graham Paul? Not in the slightest. He doesn't give check in the indication. We'll get that cleared, but he's asking him. I could see him asking him. The whistle's there. Look at Good Johnson now. Does he move away? Does he need to? When he does, you see Good Johnson's anxiety because he's heard the conversation. But I always thought the referee had to back away from the ball because that was the trigger to the goalkeeper that he was allowing it to be taken. Graham Paul didn't do that. Only does it again. Good thinking.
A little nick off Thiago as well, and he didn't see the ball coming, I don't think. He just reacted to a protest too strong from Robert.
Well, they won't be happy doubly. I mean, I don't think they were happy with the initial free kick awarded to Robert Perez, Lampard and Makelele.
And in debatable circumstances, Arsenal have now reached 800 Premiership goals. Only Manchester United ahead of them. They're on 949, incidentally. That's one for Robin Allen tomorrow night. Manchester United, of course, at Fulham. It's another set piece for Arsenal to have to defend. A free kick this time. Of course, Terry is up there. Duff takes it. And Robin took it, rather, and it wasn't a very good one. Half an hour gone. Absolutely top stuff at the top of the table.
And we're seeing here why both of these sides are there.
Robert. Good Johnson. Henry has done that before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So, again, in terms of detail of preparation.
But I could see it. I mean, I could see it. I mean, almost, I couldn't hear it, obviously, but I could see him asking, and you could hear Good Johnson, who's right beside it, obviously aware of what's going on. I just wouldn't have stepped away from it for the knowing that was being allowed.
Arsenal only the second side after Bolton Wanderers to score twice against Chelsea in the league this season. And plenty of time to become the first to get through. Sometimes it's called the Highbury Library, but not today. The supporters as pumped up for it as the players. Pereira. Battering in came Ashley Cole.
And not only the players pumped up, but supporters on this ground as well. Very much so.
Respect. Lauren, of course, who's been linked in the newspapers with a move next season to Real Madrid. Saying nothing about it at the Arsenal end of things. Done.
And it really is brilliant to set up the game.
Pereira. Arsenal has certainly shown the capacity to hit at the conspicuously the best defence in the Premiership, but it's their own defending that they'll be a little bit concerned about. Campbell wants to see this out, and was aware that Good Johnson was coming behind him. Be looked at over and over again, this one. There is a little flick off the shoulder of Thiago. Don't know whether that took it away from the goalkeeper in the end, whether he would have got to it.
See, he's holding the whistle up. Well, it looked like he changed his mind almost there, Graham Paul, didn't it? Looked like he was saying, whistle, play to the whistle, and then when he stepped away, Good Johnson, do you want to take it? Do so.
Henry tore off to celebrate it. Graham Paul just stood there with the remnants of the Chelsea defenders and explained why he'd allowed the goal until Robin said something, obviously a word or two too far. to Johnson.
You can see, though, Arsenal have no opportunity today to take the foot off the accelerator in any shape or form. This is a good side. They know it. They have huge respect for this Chelsea side. They're full of good players, comfortable on the ball. They really work Arsenal. And Arsenal done great for 35 minutes.
Wonderful watching on a winter's afternoon from the Barclays Premiership.
The one thing that will influence this game, Martin, I feel sure, and they talk about it, lots of coaches do, is benches. Who can win you the game from the bench? And you look at the vast difference in both benches, which suggests that Jose Mourinho needs somebody to come off of there and win them. He's got a better choice than perhaps Arsene Wenger. He's certainly got the experience there.
Yes, but Arsene Wenger may only need it just to protect the lead. But I'm not sure about that, and I don't think he is at the moment, because for all the firepower that Arsenal have shown through Henry, there is the concern. And here's Damien Duff spotting up a free kick. John Terry, the most dangerous head. So Campbell won that one. Bergkamp. Here comes Henry, who extraordinarily is on the first half hat-trick at Highbury against Chelsea. And he's looking for Perez.
Sweeping move. 4 players that caught up with Henry. Great athleticism from him in the break. Certainly wasn't lacking support.
Lampard's ball for Duff. Makalele. Misjudged by both he and Flamini. To Johnson, keeping cool. Gallas. On the charge a couple of times now. Duff under 2 Arsenal players left. Gallas, who crosses. Robin trying to attack it, was too high for him.
Robert Perez and Lauren just completely all over the place there. Both attracted to the ball. Watch this. Both leave Gallas. It's Perez's fault, really. He allowed the ball to be slid past him. The ball just not good enough for Robin at the back post.
Chelsea must believe there are more goals than this for them. Oh, the gloves are off here. I think they belong to William Gallas. Goalkeeping gloves by Czech. And it was something to aim at.
One strong side
for Reyes.
That's not, of course it's not easy, but bounces a couple of times. Not his best. The old shinner.
And waiting for their work this extended weekend. Manchester United, not too far away from here in the capital, at Craven Cottage, Monday night at 7. Sky Sports 1, and football for you on Tuesday as well from the Premiership. Prem Plus, in fact, it's Liverpool against Portsmouth. That's a match that's been delayed from early in the season when Liverpool were involved in a Champions League qualifier. Toure. Petr will be wondering about his own culpability for that quick free kick.
No, there's not a lot goalkeepers can do about a situation like that, except be aware of it. Unless you get a defender back on the line, lining up your wall. Well, they might be losing. They're dominating possession against Arsenal here. That doesn't surprise me, I have to be honest, the fact that Chelsea have more possession.
Risky manoeuvre by Cole, who tried to give Robben a taste of his own medicine. Pires. Jose Antonio Reyes taking on Thiago. Fizzed it in at Cole. Got it back. We're up for Chelsea. Off the head of Campbell. And more in blue. Quickly reacting to Robben's throw. Thiago, Duff. Offside side against the player signed, not from Porto, he's Portuguese, from Benfica. They're great rivals.
Well, this again, the linesman's giving them a lot of the 50-50s, and this is another one that could easily have gone Chelsea's way. Ball did run past Thiago, but what we can say on Arsene Wenger is how comfortable at times Chelsea are working the ball through the midfield and getting at the Arsenal back four.
He's not one to change the shape of his team, is he, to come in and say, right, I haven't got Vieira today, I'll play 5 across midfield, like some other coaches would, and then we'll leave Henry up and see how we go. We talked about Bergkamp dropping in from time to time, but he's well forward there. For Johnson. Robben. Big cheers in that corner of the ground for Sol Campbell. Bergkamp having to play on the retreat. He's one of the Arsenal players, not many of them, who knows a bit about losing to Chelsea. He's done it 4 times. Ball played, well call by Pereira. Dallas. You know, they have a saying here, Andy, Arsenal, if we do it our way, if we play well, we'll win. But I don't think that necessarily applies today because of the calibre of the opposition. They couldn't play well. They are playing. With the team that they've got out there, they are playing well.
They're playing well within the bounds of what they got, yes. And they have enough if they can keep it tight at the back. Just certainly with Henry, Bergkamp, Perez, Reyes, there is enough goal threat there.
Yeah, I cannot believe we played 42 minutes. It seems like 42 seconds, really. It's fantastic.
Good throw.
Lampard never shirks the defensive side of midfield play, but he loves doing his stuff in the other half, and Chelsea will hope that will be the case for Frank Lampard in the second half.
You know, it's just, I wonder, you know, we know that Mourinho looks at everything, eyes it up, but certainly at half-time you're Chelsea and you go in 2-1 down. Next free kick or corner, you'd be saying to John Terry, listen John, just run Sol Campbell away. And wherever you run him away to, put the ball into another area and flood it with some good players, but they have others who can head the ball. And I think that's something that you'd look at and think, yeah, let's do that. Let's get the best defensive header out the way of where we want to put the ball.
Yes, that's the sort of mirror image of what teams have told me about playing against Chelsea, in the attacking sense that when they're playing balls into the Chelsea penalty area, keep them away from John Terry's head. Interference by Campbell has led to a challenge of the unfair variety by Henry, who was behind Makalele. National colleagues there was offering the hand of friendship. Makalele was getting on with the game. I think it was much more than that, not than a snub. Gallas in. Campbell heads away, and we'll need to do more of that, you feel. Duff. Thiago. Robben trying his luck. Into the centre circle, more centrally.
Not quite sure what he saw there, Aaron Robben. But we're getting to a stage now where, you know, talk about decisions coaches make. He made one last weekend, Mourinho, when his team was struggling against Newcastle at home, and they took Johnson off, put Drogba on initially. I think that's something that must be high up in his mind if he wants to win this game, although his team have played well.
A 2-1 loser, of course, on Tuesday against his old club Porto. It's a match really that Chelsea didn't want. Their qualification always ready assured. Gone against Duff.
That's amazingly hard. We're a long way away, not nearly as close as that linesman, but it looked as if they were having a good little battle, those two, as they have done. You know, there's hands on each other. But he's given it for that. Too long on this shot, I guess it'd be fair to say.
And he went back again, yeah. Chelsea incidentally moved to their new training ground at Cobham in Surrey on Wednesday. And they want to go there with a positive result from this game. Robin. Terry.
I've not seen Arsenal look as hard defensively in a home match for a long time, Martin. We really are working the socks off as a team, making life as difficult as they can for Chelsea.
And Chelsea are making that industry in. Gallas. There'll be a bit of head scratching in the dressing room at half-time from the Chelsea players. How are we losing this game? Two moments of opportunism, inspiration really from Thierry Henry. Other side of John Terry's thumping header. And all around the goals, plenty of the Blues with the ball. For Johnson, springing into midfield, covering in the nick of time was Ashley Cole.
That's a good position.
Makalele. No offside this time. Not an easy ball to cross.
That's the other change, and it's not because of that cross, but it's because he's not a natural left-sider, and he's not as comfortable in that area of the pitch as Wayne Bridges. But, you know, these are decisions that you make, and he has an opportunity in a couple of minutes to do so, or less than a couple of minutes.
Robin. Arsenal really want to hear the half-time whistle now. And Therese throwing his weight about again. Effectively, half-time. Advantage Arsene Wenger, advantage Arsenal thanks to Thierry Henry. And maybe a little bit of assistance from Graham Poll, who gave him permission to take the free kick that led to Arsenal regaining the lead. John Terry had equalised, but really an ovation for both sets of players. Sometimes these big games really lose a bit in the build-up and they can't quite deliver what everyone expects. That hasn't been the case today. It has been Premiership Plus. And at half-time it's 2-1 to Arsenal against Chelsea.
Barely catch your breath, can you? Glenn Hoddle and Niall Quinney here. I'm quite sure the conversation where you are has been the same as ours for the last 20 minutes or so. We've got 1 for and 1 against Graham Poll's decision here, and the debate has raged. But it's the goal that separates them at the moment. 2-1 the Gunners.
What a victorious year for England.
Some marvellous innings from Graham Poll.
England had their backs against the wall.
England has won the series.
This is spectacular. Harmison and Hogarth are really ripping through New Zealand here.
Everything's gone England's way.
McClintock has got his man again. That's it. England have completed a 4-0 whitewash to West Indies.
And now to South Africa. The England Tour, in association with Stan James, starts Friday, 8 a.m. Sky Sports 2.
The Car Collection, now with 1 year's free insurance.
My My Sherpa. My equipment. My base camp. My trail. Oh, my Everest. And my favorite part? The descent. My life takes me to the edge. My card always goes with me.
Thank you for the day. At the Carphone Warehouse, we promise you a better mobile life this Christmas. So if you buy a mobile phone from us and find it cheaper elsewhere within 7 days of purchase, we'll refund you 110% of the difference. Won't forget a single day to leave me.
If your surname is Dumpty, don't call your firstborn Humpty. He's already an egg.
At Woolworths this Christmas, there's no debate, it's hilarious. Ricky Gervais Live 2 Politics DVD.
He's a little bit...
$9.49 as part of our buy one, get one half price offer.
I can't enjoy this life when I see inequality. And I don't do enough for charity. I do a bit, but I look at it like this. It's a pain, isn't it?
Hurry, offer ends 18th of December. Woolworths, let's have some fun.
You take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, no, baby, please don't go.
I've won the World Cup and the European Championship. I've lifted the FA Cup twice and won the Premiership twice. But I've not won everything. This Pro Evo 4, it's too tough. I just can't win. But I will.
Pro Evolution Soccer 4. Don't rest till you beat the best.
Hello? Boss? Yes, I'm still very sick. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Now, the most extraordinary DVD ever created can be yours.
Behold the sword of Elendil.
The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. The special extended edition is now 48 minutes longer in a 4-disc set. Don't miss your chance to own a part of cinematic history. The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Own the special extended DVD edition now.
The Carphone Warehouse is bursting with incredible deals this Christmas. Connect to 3 and get this Nokia 7600 for only $49.99 on pay-as-you-go.
Can't blame them. Nah.
Reckon if it ain't the amber nectar, don't even bother.
That'll be the 735 from Dubbo. Yeah.
It's been terrific stuff. Arsenal lead at half-time by 2-1, and we can't hang about. It was a breathless start now, wasn't it?
Oh, fantastic.
75 seconds, Arsenal 1 up.
Yeah, and out of nothing really. A long ball came up to Thierry Henry, and you don't think he's even going to win the header because you're not used to him being dominant. But not only that, he directs it out, gets back into position, and we'll see it in a second. The ball just comes at him so quickly, and his control is brilliant. I mean, just have a look at this kind of ball. You don't expect Arsenal to profit a lot from that, but he gets up and nods it out to Perez, who quick thinking knocks it back into him. Reyes, and then that finish is just... I mean, to light the game up after such a short time, it was wonderful. It was just pure magic. Nothing else.
1-1. John Terry got the equaliser. Again, another good header in here. But how does he get the space? How does he score, Glenn?
Well, he's just got off the back. He's just got across the front of Sol Campbell. And look, really, Henry is the problem. Henry is the problem there. And that just can happen when there's loads of bodies. You know, it's a terrific ball in, great flight ball, great pace on it, terrific header. But you see that Henry's just got in front of Sol, and he can't get to the ball. And that just, you know, that's the dividing line between getting a good defensive header in and, you know, Henry's gone in there to mark the space by the looks of things. He wasn't even marking anywhere, and it's caused Sol a problem. He just couldn't get anywhere near John Terry.
And Niall Quinn's not unhappy about the second goal, more unhappy, I think, about the award of the free kick.
Yeah, but look at the two Chelsea players. There's no foot gone in for a tackle. There's no push from what I can see, and I think Perez has gone to ground, as he's known to, very easy. I mean, this angle's probably better. There's no foot in there. Have a little look. There's no arm out even, and he's gone down very cheaply, in my opinion. And at that point, I didn't think it was a free kick.
I think it's the angle of where Graham Pole is. Graham Pole was really quite close to where we were, and it looked from his angle, because he went like that. I saw him sandwiched. He was sandwiched, but there wasn't enough contact there. Obviously, Perez has gone in there to draw the foul, and he's done it well.
And Henry profited. Arsenal profited. Should they have done?
For me, the referee has got to make another 2 yards away, arms up, another 2 yards away. The key man is the goalkeeper lining the wall up. That's what the rules say. Do you want it?
Look, he says you can see. Do you want it? But
yeah, do you want it? Look, and then he steps away, but he should step right away from it, and the goalkeeper now knows he's going to take a quick one.
Well, to me, there's nothing in the rules that says how far you have to step back. He's put his left arm out. We've seen him, his lips, we've had his lips. You want it? He's put his left arm out, he's gone, go ahead. And that signal with the arm, to me, doesn't matter that he was half in the way at the time. I think everybody knew that.
Good Johnson,
there you go. Watch it right now. He hasn't said it yet. And now he goes, do you want it?
Yeah, but that's not.
And now his left arm goes, on you go.
The player that's 2 yards away, Good Johnson, can understand what's going on. The goalkeeper has got no chance if the referee doesn't walk right away and say, go on, it's your free kick.
But why doesn't Good Johnson stay there?
Well, he should have. That's the point. Get booked. Maybe get booked. But nowadays you get booked for that, so...
But even if he did it for a split second, it would have given the goalkeeper time
Alan
to get it.
Kirbishley would be saying, we don't get caught at Charlton, we have a player on the ball, line the wall up.
No, but the goalkeeper will still be lining up from the post, because from the angle of where the ball is, if you just line up with the goalkeeper on the other side, it's nigh on impossible to get that.
But they can't take the kick, can they?
They can't take the kick, but it's a risk if the wall's going to be right on.
But great thinking, you know, by Henry again. You know, he just saw a little gap, big game, and to go for it. I mean, okay, he got the goal, so he'd settle into the game, but to do that, you know...
Got to go, you keep talking, we've got to go, we've got to go, otherwise we won't start the second half. It is not over yet, not by a long way. Arsenal are in front. What's he going to come up with? Drogba, maybe? We'll find out when we come back.
He seems to be a very devoted husband.
How can he be a devoted husband when he's s***ing other women?
Well, allegedly.
Jane Moore looks beyond the hype. Who are the Beckhams? Next Sunday at 10, exclusive to Sky One.
Where'd you get that shirt? It's huge.
It was my old boyfriend.
It must have been huge.
He was.
Why don't you change into one of mine?
Nah, yours are kind of small.
So?
Well, small ones are okay. Huge ones just feel better. You have the tiniest little hands.
Hello, thanks for helping me move Grandma's stuff, man.
You're welcome. Try to stay strong.
Yeah, man. Ah! What are you doing, man?
Our call and text bundles don't expire after a month, so who cares if no one's talking to you for a while?
You got some issues, man.
You can't win this war alone. There's nothing stopping them now. There's me, Blade Trinity.
The PlayStation is alive with groups coming together. Boy band groupies mingle happily with football mascots. Meanwhile, stock market traders compete with each other to see who can put on the best display of their skills. One trader gets carried away and ends up in danger. The pit crews defend their territory fiercely. Such is life on the PlayStation.
What's the greatest goal of all time? Is it, oh, or maybe, oh, Grab the new Soccer AM DVD featuring Tim's top 10 goals of all time, as well as ultimate showboats, taxis, and hardest shots. Soccer AM on video and DVD now.
At PC World now, the fully portable Navman satellite navigation system, now only $3.99.
Turn left.
And never get lost again.
Life is great and life is fine, 'cause I met a girl and no one likes you.
You know, we've got so much in common. We like eating, drinking, yoga.
Yoga?
Shh. I'd like to go to a yoga class. I see myself as more of an intermediate, actually. A bunch of ladies going, how hard can it be?
Don't forget to breathe.
That's chiropractors. C-H-I-R-O.
Esqueça muito que a câmera me dá coração. O rei da selva é o leão e até o galpão. MC Black Alien de macaco te lançando no vácuo.
Bacardi, welcome to the Latin Quarter.
They said it'd be a walkover, but we almost had them. In a Sky One match special, we relive every second of the most incredible 90 minutes of our lives. The beautiful people relive the beautiful game, tonight at 10 on Sky One.
We're still talking about it here. Real Madrid tonight play Sociedad, 8 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. Monday Night Football, it's Fulham against Manchester United, 7 o'clock, Sky Sports 1. There's a pay-per-view game Tuesday at 7:30. Liverpool play Portsmouth, channel 433 for details. And don't forget the last word tonight, 6:30. Plenty to discuss now. We might need more than half an hour. And Graham Poll has told us, and we saw, didn't we? We saw from the pictures that he did ask Thierry Henry, do you want it? To which the response was yes. But Glenn Hoddle's arguing he did then not move back far enough for Chelsea to be aware, particularly the keeper, Czech, to be aware that that free kick was going to be taken. Quinney says differently. So it goes.
Well, it doesn't say how far he has to go back. He's gone back a yard. That's enough in my book.
Henry's nearly hit him as he's took it. That's how close he was.
Well, that's Chelsea's response. Look, Wayne Bridge and Drogba. But for who? I would imagine Gallas. Glenn?
Well, we've been talking about this, and we spoke about it in here before the game about why Bridgie wasn't playing and whether he fancies him long term or not. But for a game like this, with the three in midfield, because I still think Chelsea, if they get the ball into the danger man in the three in midfield, there's times when they've got a spare one in there, and when they get it in there, they look dangerous. But if Arsenal close it up, they can only close it up by squeezing their midfield in, and your fullbacks are spare. And Gallas, to be fair, just doesn't want to get forward. When he does get forward on his left side, it's as we saw the cross that he put in first half. It's a liability.
Thiago are the two coming off.
Yeah, well, that's the real commitment to going forward and getting goals. I mean, isn't it? I think you'll see a different approach now, a more direct approach, perhaps. And in some ways, that might take the pressure off the guys on the flanks who really haven't had a look in. They might find a little bit more space now.
Let's get Andy's thoughts. Of course, he's alongside Martin Tyler.
Thanks, Richard. So Didier Drogba faces Arsenal for the first time. And Gudjonsson still on, Duff still on, Robin still on. Chelsea going for it. They're 2-1 down. So Gallas has moved from left back to centre back, Andy, and Wayne Bridge where we'd expect him.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll almost be a 4-2-4 type for me. Certainly every time I've seen him play this with the two up top and the two wide players, it's been more a 4-2-4 than a 4-4-2.
And this on a day when Arsenal are without Patrick Vieira in the centre of that midfield. Flamini and Fabregas have had to work really hard in the opening 45 minutes to try and keep Chelsea at bay. A fledgling pairing, the young Spaniard still only 17.
What they have now, Martin, Drogba, another huge and massive threat. Who does Campbell pick up now?
He's trying to get to Terry. And the final touch was from Ida Gudjonsson. It's 2-2, and they've wasted no time about it. Talk about going for it with a change in tactics, and Arsenal have lost the lead again.
Another set play. Watch Terry. Watch him run. Sol Campbell away. Look at Terry, near post. What did he do? They bypass him because they've got a chance. I said, would Mourinho notice it? Now, whether that's deliberate, that has to be. That has to be, I've said. Somebody said, run him under it. Run their best defensive header, Campbell, under it. Then get somebody. Gallus against Cole, not a contest. And take your chances from there. It's a deft and a lovely little touch from Gudjonsson. But full marks if the coach has pulled that rabbit out of the hat.
And Chelsea will feel it's no more than they deserve. They're probably still bitter about the nature of Arsenal's second goal, but over the shape of their play. And of course, Andy, the point you made about the bench, who they've got to bring on and influence a match and turn a match. Henry. Reyes, Pires, one pass too many. Trying to get it back to Fabregas.
In a position to hit, was he? I wonder. Or was it just a slightly behind him, Robert Pires?
He'd have been reaching back for it, wouldn't he?
He may have been, yeah. He's got such good feet, you know, and you just saw any chance that he could have taken it on the volley and smashed it towards goal, he would have done so.
Bergkamp to take the free kick. Well, taking a lower route.
What a touch from Drogba. What a touch from Drogba. I think Henry's bending to head this in. Drogba just in front of him. Just gets the bit on the ball as Henry just stoops to head it in. Can't believe it. Look at him, where's he come from?
Even then it could have gone into his own net. Lampard all urgency, making sure everything's right. He's guarding the space by the near post. There he is to head it away. Fabregas. But Jose Mourinho composed again. Arsene Wenger, we're told, didn't see the goal. He was late out for the second half, 31 seconds. How has it happened, he's saying to Pat Rice. How can we let it slip twice? Reyes. Cole. Well, the Chelsea supporters in terrific voice. They've had some harrowing times here at Highbury down the years. The last league win for Chelsea on this ground, March 1990, a goal from Johnny Bumstead.
Different prospects for Colo Torre and Sol Campbell now, and the huge frame of Didier Drogba, no doubt about that. He does offer a huge physical presence in there.
And the stats show Chelsea are a very strong team in the second half of matches. They've shown that already here at Highbury now, and it's Gudjonsson. Ferreira. Gallus, who played a big part in the goal. The equalizer. Last time Chelsea conceded 3 goals, incidentally, was against Monaco in the Champions League, but in the Premiership, you remember that game at Villa Park. It was over the Easter period. Arsenal with a little bit of a deflated air at the moment. Come out for the second half with a position to protect. And it doesn't even last a minute. Headed by Ferreira. Drogba. Good Johnson. Great feet. Needed the combined efforts of Flamini and Fabregas, and even then, and a foul as well.
I think they've had it all up against them, Flamini and Fabregas in that area. I think when you see the two of them, I said, great footballers, lovely on the ball, but there's an awful lot of this game they haven't had it. And then it's getting it back.
Paul taking the ball back. Arsenal got nobody trying to stop a quick one, but they're ready and set. Trying to set the shot for Johnson and Duff. For Frank Lampard.
Well, you can see the alarm bells every time they get a set play, whether it's a free kick that they can toss in from wide or whether it's a corner like this. And Lampard with Good Johnson, with Drogba, with Terry, all have to be dealt with.
And Gallas. Goes towards the near post this time, and look at the space. They left Frank Lampard all alone, and he knows he could have made much, much more of that.
Well, I can't believe this. He just backs away. He's more accomplished in the air than that, Frank Lampard. He just backs off. Look again. They run them all away. And such is the numerical advantage they have that Arsenal really have got them all on. What a chance for Frank Lampard.
And it's Arsenal's free kick here. Henry. I think, Andy, if you finish above Chelsea this season, you'll be champions.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
They are looking the real deal. Arsenal managed it last season when the team from Stamford Bridge finished above Manchester United in second place.
Again, Sol Campbell heading away to John Terry. Or will they take him out of the equation and drop it into Gallas and Drogba, who are a bit more central? He's running as Campbell away again. This is fascinating to see in set plays, what they're doing. They missed him out again.
Gallas keeps it alive, headed out by Campbell. Just attacked the ball. Perez behind Flamini. Did well to keep that going. Arsenal's strengths really today are in their attacking prowess, but they can't get enough of the ball to show it. They got a free kick here. Perez once more an irritant to the opposition and the opposition's manager.
Do you think you saw a replay of that free kick when Perez went down first half? That might be what he's indicating, but I thought Good Johnson got plenty of them there.
Henry. Reyes. Well, he got a piece of it, Ida Gudjonsson, when it bounced awkwardly.
It did, and it was his adjustment to be able to do that. He's got to stop, he's got to stoop, and he's just guided it on. That's all he's done. All the pace was on the ball for him. He's that close to goal. And he's chancing a little bit to luck, because he's not quite sure if he's done enough. But it's unsavable. Top corner, Almunia can't get anywhere near it.
Terry. Launched it over Cole. With the geometric precision for Damien Duff. Behind Ferreira, though.
He's been quiet today, I think, Duff. Chelsea have got a lot of good players on the pitch, but Damien's not quite been at his usual best.
Been a winner here before in his Blackburn days. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Fruitful second half for Chelsea. Drogba. Landed heavily. Also expecting Chelsea to put it out, which they eventually do.
Says that's simply what it is. It's an awkward landing. I think he just gets caught while he's in mid-air. It just tips him. Just on the side there.
Well, they are at the end of the ground where Chelsea are attacking the clock end at Highbury. We'll soon be getting our vantage points and knowledge of the new stadium. Ashburton Grove is going up in leaps and bounds.
Passed it today. It looks good, doesn't it? Very impressive.
Terry. They've got to get a league win at Highbury soon, Chelsea, otherwise yeah, there will be no Highbury. And this is a chance. So many people speaking to them earlier in the day felt that Chelsea will never have a better chance than this particular fixture, because they are going so well, because Arsenal are short of one or two in key areas. Reyes hasn't really been able to make an impact on the game. There goes Lamine. Arsenal will be hoping that Thierry Henry is just drawing breath at the moment for a late salvo as successful as his early one. For Johnson. A bit of the passing's gone out of the game at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy, isn't it, for the last 5 minutes or so.
Stop-start, and it's a free kick to Arsenal. Taken by Fabregas, to catch Chelsea by surprise. Torres header. Bergkamp's another who hasn't really been able to make a major impact on the game. Robin. Good Premiership challenge on him. Not such a good run by Makalele. That was okay.
Yeah, I think Robin had a little kick at him. I mean, it's an awkward and clumsy-looking tackle. But Henry went back, not to his teammate in his country, not Makalele. He went back and had a word with Robin. I think he felt Robin had a little kick at him after he got involved in the tackle.
Headed out by Terry. Lamine. Reyes turned back into the challenge from Lampard, and that was of the bulldozing variety by Campbell. Not lucky not to be penalised. Arsenal get the throw. 2-2 between the champions and the league leaders. Reyes. Too obvious to Gallas. Well, it's Duff's turn to protest. Bergkamp.
Not so sure he was. There he is. Certainly Henry was, but coming way back and not interested in anything that happened. But
Glenn Turner held the flag aloft. Maybe Reyes came back and then went back again. But it's in his part of the pitch. Well, it's a big day for one of the busiest men in football, the Arsenal physio, Gary Lewin. It's his 1000th match as the medical man. Came here originally as a young goalkeeper. Catching hands, the healing hands. Very popular figure in the game. England physio, of course, as well. Lampard. It's Arsenal in here, Chelsea.
It's a piece of coach foul, but brilliant play from Arsenal.
Cole. Reyes is through the centre. Henry, as he loves to do, coming from outside to in from the left. Ashley Cole got in the way. Only Henry probably knows for sure whether it was destined for the bottom corner.
The check was after it, which suggested it was going close. So the goalkeeper does go for this. This is where Chelsea know there is always a danger, probably going wide, but certainly the goalkeeper was worried enough. But no matter how much of the ball you have, how much possession, how much pressure, when you've got Henry at the other end of the pitch, you know, when you switch off for a second, he'll punish you, and he'll get his hat-trick.
To Johnson. And Lauren with his hands full with Robin. Chelsea corner, problems for Arsenal. Lauren's a gritty defender, but he's on the short side. Perez is probably going to take some, and they're taking areas here. Every corner you feel Chelsea have a chance. The outswinger from Robin. Look at Drogba drifting away. Goes for the extra touch. He's probably regretting now, but he can get his cross in.
Again, Stagline, they just work a little dummy run. They run every Arsenal player underneath it. And whoever stays at the back post in the moment is getting himself in an awful lot of space.
Bit of Portugal v Spain there. Painfully into the back of Reyes. He's had some stick dished out to him this season. And he's learnt to take it. Ashley Cole had a look round. He's hoping there's enough pace on the ball here. And Meunier helps him out. Bergkamp was rather looking at the man, Gallas. Reyes. Very on duty against Henry.
He holds his head, but I agree with the referee in that case. I mean, Fabregas isn't the biggest, we've talked about it often and often. But George just went into him. I don't know why he's not just climbing and heading the ball on.
Well, this is a lovely reaction from Thierry Henry to a young player. Fabregas overcooked the free kick. Henry was full of support for the idea, just as he was angry when Robin went and had a little swipe at the 17-year-old. Cam switching to Dennis Bergkamp for Sky Digital viewers, of course, via the red button on the remote.
The game hasn't quite taken off even after that early goal of Chelsea in the second half. You just wonder, is this a game Chelsea will be happy just to keep Arsenal at arm's length, 5 points away, and Arsenal, with the team they have out, the players missing, at the same time will be happy to just be 5 back. Because at this moment in time, that's what it is for Arsenal. Champions have these problems, have these spells. What you have to do is make sure you don't lose contact.
Yes, Chelsea would lead Arsenal by 8, Everton by 6, if they can get in front and win this game. Twice they've been behind. Twice they've responded like potential champions. Robin. Pereira. Makalele. Here's Duff. Back to Makalele.
Well, I thought Duff had a great opportunity to cross that. He shifted it, got his half yard, his yard against Cole wide, and just turned down the opportunity of just dumping it in there.
A little bit of overplaying by Chelsea. He's got to play it this time. Control at his back.
Again, that's that physical presence now, isn't it? Gave Campbell a problem. Couldn't just shrug, drug ball. It was really a ball to nothing. It wasn't a very good ball for Ferrara, just dumped over the top.
And given the difficulties defending the dead ball situations, giving away a free kick here. He'll come back to haunt Sol Campbell. Situation where he seemed to be able to boss it. Drogba had other ideas. Almunia helps out this time. And not for the first time today, impressive distribution. Perez. It's impressive chasing back by Drogba. It's not an impressive challenge, but
no. But it's one of these,
well to get there.
It's one of these challenges. You know your teammates are struggling, and he's thinking, I'll take a yellow card for that, and we can get back in and defend it. It's quite cynical, I know, but his teammates won't think that.
Bergkamp to take the free kick. Trying to just whip it in, so he picks out the teammate and avoids the general melee. Chelsea having the height advantage so conspicuously in this game. Another heavy fall, John Terry this time.
He doesn't want treatment, John. I think the important thing, and I know it's always difficult because he has treatment, he's got to go off, defending a corner. I think he realises that, so he's picked himself back up.
Maybe that will give Sol Campbell the edge in this battle. Check. With a good reach, helping it on its way.
Yeah, not hugely convincing, but enough. You flip it out the danger zone. Job done.
And he waits, Dennis Bergkamp.
He could be here for a while.
Like a statue for a moment. Fabregas. Forward by Gallas. Ashley Cole to return it. It's been a bit like that in the last 10 or 15 minutes. With a controlled spell of possession. Robin. Great individual ability. Wonderful individual ability. It's the side netting at the end of it.
What a runner.
It's a mesmerising piece of play.
When you talk about England's left back here, he just gets left. And the centre back, he just skips in between and gets Cole and Campbell just so beautifully. Wrap his foot around that and stick it in the other corner. What a finish that would have been to that run.
England's next game is against Holland, incidentally. Thanks, Sven. That's probably what Ashley and Sol are thinking at the moment. Here's Lampard. Robin has a go at Lauren this time. Drogba going near post, and Campbell. You saw the ball as much as the man.
It's not the best header in the world. You want as a defender, just knocking it back in front of your own 18-yard box.
It's judged by Toure, helped out by Campbell. Well, it was a real footballing occasion in the first half. It's become a scrap for the extra 2 points in the second.
Yeah, the game's lengthened. I think that's what you would say, hasn't it? Particularly from Chelsea's point of view. I thought they worked the ball around the midfield area quite sweetly at times, and positively in the first half. There's been less evidence of that.
Steve Clark, on the left of the picture there, was in the Chelsea squad. He didn't play, but he was here after winning 1990 in the league. The last time Chelsea took maximum points in England's top division. It wasn't in the Premiership prior to that. And they've got 20 minutes to turn 2-2 into a win here. Same applies to Arsenal. 2 Henry goals, equalisers from Terry and Gudjonsson. Monday Night Football, Fulham against Manchester United, Sky Sports 1 at 7. Tuesday Night Football, Prem Plus, at 7:30, Liverpool against Portsmouth. Who's in charge of Portsmouth these days?
The pass.
It was Joe Jordan, wasn't it, yesterday?
The aftermatch, yeah, Joe did. Kevin won the week before.
Yeah, by Tuesday. Here's Henry. Bergkamp beaten to it by Terry. Gudjonsson. Drogba trying to get between the 2 centre-backs. The ball actually forced him away from Toure. It was like a dog with a bone.
He is, isn't he?
Offside given this time. They've been playing like an away team at times, haven't they, Arsenal, here at Highbury?
6 attempts alone, and I think there's only the 2 that matter. And the only 2 they've hit the target with, so they've not certainly worked checked the way they would have liked. But they'll be quite happy to take another Henry a shot on target and a 3rd goal. You might like on that.
Lamine, Cole. Perez. Card coming out for persistent infringement for Frank Lampard. Incidentally, with Arsenal looking to work in a wide position here, Andy, Mark Overmars is in the ground today. He's had to retire, of course.
Well, we can't argue with that, Frank, of course, I mean.
This is the sort of position that Overmars would have accelerated into. Another Dutchman. Massive stakes, really, for a winning goal here in both camps. Reyes, but they're playing it, particularly Arsenal, are concerned about leaving the back door open. Cole. Chelsea can afford the defeat, the league table tells you that. Arsenal possibly can't.
It's hard to believe that who'd have thought 7 games ago that people, neutrals around the Premiership, would be hoping for an Arsenal home win.
Yeah. Been a 10-point switch, hasn't it? Yeah. And it could become a 13-point switch in favour of Chelsea. But here's Henry. Comes off Gallas, Lampard. Again, the orderliness of Chelsea, very impressive. Number of players back. Less sense of vulnerability here in their play than in Arsenal's.
Well, Mourinho's furious at Drogba there. He was straight off the bench. He's been not said a lot, and he certainly wasn't happy with his centre-forward play there, giving it away. And that's been a theme of the second half. It hasn't in any way. And that's to Mr. Drogba, in case you wondered. But it hasn't lived up to what we got in the first half.
Lamine got the better of Lampard. Takes some doing. Perez. And Lampard making up for losing out in midfield. We've got 3 up Chelsea here against 4 back for Arsenal. Drogba, Robin. Johnson making it 4 in the move. But Robin set himself up. We could see what he was aiming for, where he was aiming.
That's what they do, though, Martin. Change might be made here. Scott Parker, but that's what they do. They leave three up at times. I mean, that occasion there, Arsenal are attacking. They're deep in their own 18-yard box. But Robin and Duff are happy to stay upfield. They're obviously given license to do so, to be able to do things such as this.
Well, Scott Parker's job really at Chelsea these days is to be the stand-in for Claude Makelele. As the holding midfield player, I'd be surprised if Makelele was to go off. Unless he's got an injury. Henry. Margin on the scene again. It's hard work for him in the second half. 2 touches on the ball. Fabregas, Henry, Fabregas. It's Perez, it's brilliant play from Arsenal. Henry!
Don't believe it. Well, when you wonder why Fabregas is in the side, this is why. You just watch him orchestrate this. 1, get it back. 2, absolute stunning football. And then you're thinking, here's the hat-trick, here's the winning goal. Go on, just side foot this in. There are Arsenal fans all around this ground saying, I don't believe what I've just seen. Neither does he.
We've seen that Henry is human. Off goes Gudjonsson. Been just playing a little bit deeper than Drogba. Scott Parker hasn't seen anything like as much first-team action as he would have wanted when he signed at the start of this year from Charlton Athletic. Didn't even make the 16 at Charlton recently, which would have been very disappointing for him. Just wonder that moment a little earlier when Lampard lost out to Pires, whether that got the attention of Jose Mourinho. I thought he might just stiffen that area.
I think the poor player, the second half has got the attention of Jose Mourinho, Martin, because they haven't enjoyed anywhere near possession. We've talked about the midfield area.
Henry. For his pal Pires. Bergkamp. He scored 5 goals in his first 10 games against Chelsea and hasn't scored in the last 12. Almost 13. And that's what Parker will be expected to do, lend a bit more protection. That's a good ball. That's Lampard's ball. Phil Campbell, to his credit, wanted to keep it in. Arsenal started so spectacularly. Chelsea's resilience has matched them blow for blow here.
Well, he's pleading it's my first tackle. It was, probably is, but it was such a cynical one, wasn't it? They played the 1-2 around him, and there's no doubt Robin would have been through and attacking the back four as he goes here. I mean, you can't expect anything but a booking for something like that. But they've had a good 5-10 minutes, the home side. Arsenal have asked a couple of questions, should be ahead.
Robin van Persie readies himself to be Arsenal's first change.
I think that's absolutely right. He's exactly who you'd want to be bringing on right now. 10 minutes to go. He's just got that something as well. That's good, I think, Van Persie.
Reyes has found it hard going again, hasn't it? I would suspect that he might go off. It could be Bergkamp, of course. He's had a spell out with injury, came back for 70 minutes or so on Tuesday. Bridge. Chelsea, of course, won here with a late goal in the Champions League. Quarter-final, second leg. It came from Wayne Bridge at the end that Chelsea are attacking in this second half, the clock end. But now they're funneling back Bridge and company because Henry looking to skip beyond Ferreira, who's having none of that. But it is an Arsenal corner as we come towards the final 10 minutes.
Yeah, this might just hold some substitution. I mean, Reyes is also one who might go off, I think, Martin. He's not had his best game, Jose Antonio Reyes. He's another one. Must be in danger.
Drogba taking Henri.
He has done. Just a good one, Drogba.
Terry taking Campbell, who made the run towards the near post. Parker in the right place though. Duff. So much individual inspiration in this team. Almunia couldn't quite prevent the corner despite his protests.
I thought it might have just sneaked out.
You know, by such a margin, we're talking millimetres here, a corner, a problem for the champions.
2 goals they conceded.
To take it.
Set plays.
John Terry on Arsenal's case again. Much admired in the marble halls of Ivory. And here is John Terry jumping. Oh. Well, it was an attempt to help it on and in. But I think in the end, Gallas probably more got in the way.
Well, he does. He heads it over the bar. Simple as that. I mean, I think if he ducks under it, it probably goes straight into Almunia's chest. It does. But what a chance. Any glancing header at all, the goalkeeper is absolutely stranded.
Well, it is...
That's both the players we mentioned, isn't it?
Nice to know we got something right. Reyes and Bergkamp. And Val Clichy also coming on. Van Persie is got that spark up front that upset Manchester United, but is marking him down as a promising player in Arsenal's assessment. Clichy is quick and could play behind Cole, but he's going to play, it seems, in front of him.
Yeah, and what they brought on is energy. Just under 8 minutes to go, normal time.
Fabregas, Henri, Van Persie. Scored late on, of course, to get Arsenal a draw against Southampton. His one Premiership goal. A scoring substitute in the Champions League on Tuesday.
The difference, first half it was possession that Chelsea enjoyed a huge chunk of, a huge advantage in. Hasn't been that case second half.
And we're moving into towards judgment night now. And it's still unresolved. I think a draw is a decent result, but having scored so early in the second half, having Arsenal on the rack, Pereira, a little glance from Henri, run back by Fabregas. Van Persie went to place it.
So quick again, so quick to set it and play the shot. A little sloppy on the edge of their own box. Chelsea haven't done that too often. It's the way he takes and places it. It's so deliberate. He knew what he wanted to do. Wasn't trying to thrash this. He's just looking to feed it past Peter Cech.
Well, Robin Van Persie, the latest to feel the quality of Cesc Fabregas's passing. We talk about him maybe not winning tackles. We tend to forget, which is often the English way, of course. Concentrate on the negatives.
Yeah.
What a great positive his passing skill is.
Exactly, which is why when he's got his skipper there beside him, it makes a huge difference to him as a footballer. But at the moment, I mean, this is a spell in the game where Arsene Wenger will be thinking, my team can go and win this. They certainly have had the best in the last 10 minutes. They've looked the most likely. Finishing strongly.
Fabregas. Terry just reached it. A lesser player in the air wouldn't have done. And Persie was hunting behind him. Flamini. Fabregas, it's another fine pass. Perez, who's played with real responsibility today. Flamini goes down. Parker's contact. Fly on, says Graham Poll. Lauren was trying to flash it across the face of the goal. Certainly worth another look. Won't matter in the context of the game, but it'll get your tongues wagging at home.
I agree with the referee. Thought there was certainly a coming together, but I didn't think it was a penalty. And I think, if I'm honest, neither did Arsenal players. Not too many complaints about that, even from Flamini. As he takes it past, there's certainly a coming together there, but look at Parker's eyes focused on the ball. I think the referee gets that one spot on. You hear the call again.
Cole won't catch that.
But hugely promising for Arsene Wenger, the way that his side have had to overcome quite a bit today, particularly losing the lead twice. But they're finishing it certainly on the front foot.
Well, Graham Poll is the referee most used by the Premier League this season. I think you can see why. His vast experience has helped this occasion. Now the referees will be saying, well, if we don't get the games, how do we get the experience? But probably applies to commentators as well. 4 minutes left. A bit of adjustment. He's putting a hold on somebody.
Well, he's putting a hold on 3 players when Arsenal don't have any up the pitch.
Yeah,
It's a little strange.
Yeah.
But I guess when you break as quickly as Arsenal, you've got to have that feel-safe there. All the big boys are in, that's what I would say. He's not kept any of the big lads back.
And without playing so well in the second half, this has still looked the way that Chelsea can win it. Robert. That's a very convincing attempt to head. Launched by Perez. Arsenal push out. We've seen so many late goals recently, haven't we? I was just about to say it's turning out to be a great weekend for Everton if this does finish as a draw. And Manchester United, of course, play on Monday.
Yeah, they won't be too disappointed.
No. But it's not yet a draw.
Well, there's bound to be a couple of minutes of added time, you would think. So, like I say, there's the best part of 5 minutes left in the match. More than enough time for somebody to get a winner.
Chelsea were held at home by Bolton and by Spurs in the Santini brief reign. They also drew away at Aston Villa, and they should have had a penalty. And of course lost at Manchester City. Perez. And Percy. Perez there again. I think he knew, I'm sure Arsene Wenger spotted out to Robert Perez in the midfield that started. He had a huge onus of expectation. Flamini. Perez again. Flamini again. Arsenal wanted a free kick. If he deserved one this time, maybe that makes up for some that he's got that he hasn't deserved.
No, if there's contact, I mean, that one in the first half where the goal came from, you can understand. I mean, I've said it time and time again, he's not the only one, and most players do it. As soon as they feel any pressure, any contact, then they do go to ground, they do try and earn the free kick. That's what he did.
Drogba. Would it have been different with Vieira? We'll never know.
Well, he'll be proud of the way his team have coped in his absence. But it's not just him, Martin. They've had to cope with him, Gilberto and Edu. All out of that hugely important part of the team.
I've seen the Fabregas really grow in influence in the game.
Because he's had more of the ball. I mean, it was a game that passed Fabregas and Flamini by an awful lot in the first half because of the possession Chelsea had, but it's been, as we've seen in the stats, been a more equal possession-wise. Certainly Fabregas, when he gets on it, he's got the ability, the vision and the class to do most things.
place. It's one of the better balls, really. Henry chasing. But we've not been talking about the Arsenal goalkeeper in the game, as we were all talking about it after the selection was announced in that hour leading up to kick-off. Credit to Manuel Almunia. Jens Lehmann still has to watch.
Dangerous running with the ball there late in the game. What his teammates have covered for him.
Flamini in particular.
Arsene Wenger just not happy, just got up, remonstrate with his centre-back. That's not what you do there.
Let's put this into a wider context, Andy. If it is a draw, one draw in their last 7 visits, 6 defeats for Chelsea. So you could look at it as a point gained, and Jose Mourinho, without that history, has a burden on his shoulders, but from the Chelsea supporters, avoiding defeat at Highbury is a rare privilege, despite what happened here in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think never mind how good Chelsea played this season, what people think about, what we all think about, and this is a good point. You know, if you come into the game and if you've kept Arsenal still 5 points back away from you at the end of this game,
and been twice behind,
yeah, then you take a lot from the game.
Terry, who headed that first equaliser. Lauren. Henry, Van Persie battling to be there. John Terry, a hard man to pass. Henry. And Paul has a look at the watch. It's about this time, isn't it, that Liverpool got their winner. Here's Drogba. Not this time. Campbell doesn't want Didier Drogba becoming the next Neil Mellor.
Nearly.
Well, you can look at this so many ways. Arsenal have missed a chance to close the gap. But Arsene Wenger's team had 2 goals from Thierry Henry as positives. But great scenes at the final whistle. It's been a monumental contest. It flew by in the first half, which produced a better football in the game, and 3 of the goals, swapping shirts, swapping memories. Henry inside 75 seconds. Terry then equalising. Henry's controversial free kick allowed by Graham Poll, 2-1 to Arsenal at half-time. Sensational start to the second half from Chelsea, with Ida Gudjonsson getting the finishing touch. And it looked then as if it was set up for Chelsea to really pull away with the game and pull away in the title race. But credit Arsenal for stopping that happening. And credit Everton for what they've done this weekend. It's not all about the capital, although it was over the last 90 pulsating minutes. 2-2, the final score.
Terrific stuff, thoroughly enjoyable. 2 monsters head-to-head, and they've come out all square. Glenn Hoddle and Niall Quinn in a moment or so. Top of the Premiership looks like this. Everton 4 points clear of Chelsea, rather 4 points clear of Everton now, and 5, of course, still of Arsenal. Manchester United play tomorrow night at Fulham. That's live on the Monday Night Football. There's the confirmation. 7 o'clock start. Sky Sports 1. And there's a bonus on Tuesday night from the Premiership. It's a pay-per-view game on Prem Plus. Liverpool play Portsmouth. Channel 433 for details of how to order that, or call 08705 160 160. All the reaction when we come back. 2-2 the final score here. It's a better point for Chelsea, much better point than for Arsenal, who would have wanted to close the gap. But it was a terrific battle, toe-to-toe, and they've come out all square. Man of the match when we come back. Have a think about that.